How do you make a sequel with a character that already died in the previous installment? Well, Piranha 3 Double D did it, as well as the Lake Placid, the final chapter, but how do you make it a creative comeback? Simple. Just look at Ash's return in Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn and let your creativity soar.
Welcome to the horror show. You realize there is nowhere to run. There's no game to try. Paranoia is running your life. Welcome to the horror show. You realize there is nowhere to run. There's no game to try. Obsessions rule your mind.
Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn. Who's laughing now? Success. I own 2 versions of Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn. I own Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn the DVD, and I own Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn the Blu-ray. When I first watched this movie about 5 years ago, the first thing I noticed is that Ash was back. I thought, but how? Seeing as how the first one ended with him supposedly dying, and it had 5 people going to a cabin instead of just 2, like in the beginning of Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. I thought they sort of forgot how many people went. I was stupid and young. But as the years went by and the viewing numbers began to grow, I soon realized that it was easier just to have 1 Deadite taunting Ash rather than 4 throughout the movie. They could have always saved more for later in the film, and boy was I right. This film is downright ridiculous, over the top and funny, but it still has a dark atmosphere with a haunting scenery that just works. Now, as I said in my review for The Evil Dead, this film is nowhere near as gory as its predecessor, but it is still violent and ghastly. You are either a person who loves Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn more than The Evil Dead, or the other way around, but I still can't help but love The Evil Dead just a tad more. I don't know, something about the tree up and gallons of gruesomely bloody gore just added extra viewing points for me. This was made around a time when horror comedies such as Reanimator, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and some others were not tolerated by true horror fans. But when this came out and time went on, I guess people paid their own price, which was not being able to see it on the big screen. So overall, I give Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn a 4.5 out of 5. They're somewhat 2 completely different films, Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2. One is based on laughs and shrill, while the other is based on shrieks and cringes. So both are equal in the watching department, even if I like Evil Dead 1 a little bit more. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Movie Reviews. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.